Why is she looking at us like that? What's going on? I don't understand. It can't be that time again. Looking at me? Who is she looking at? My God, what's going on? I can't live like this. Please, let me stay. No, it can't be me. I can't do this. I just got here.
Oh God, no, please help. Oh God,
I'm not
no,
even a
please,
book.
no.
Stop looking at me. I'm too pretty. You can't get rid of me. Please don't get rid of me. Oh my God, what's going on? I can't live like this. Please, let me stay. So, yeah, we're going to be unhauling some books today. I think that I've been keeping a couple of books that I no longer connect to or that I didn't really even enjoy to begin with. And I think that I've just kept them because I like the idea of owning a bunch of books, but I think the more time that passes, the more that I read books and the more that I connect with them, the more that I realize that I want my book collection to reflect what I love and what I like and how my life has been. And there are a couple of books here that whenever I look at them, I'd just rather not have them. And I think that it'd be interesting to go through all of my bookshelves, all of my shelves, all of my books, and truly ask myself, is this book bringing me joy? Does this book accurately represent what my reading journey has been? Does this book show what I like as a reader, as a person, as a girl? Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to your new favorite place on the internet. My name is Bella, and I'm working towards having a book collection that truly represents who I am and reflects everything that I love. We are definitely going to be unhauling some books today. We're going to be going through every single one of my shelves and truly asking if this book brings me joy, if this book truly represents who I am and what I like and what my reading journey has been. So I want to do that together. I want for the both of us to go through every single one of my shelves, and I want to show you guys my thought process behind choosing what book stays and what book is going to find a better home. So yeah, we need to get this started because I actually own quite a couple of books, you know, just more than a couple, and this is probably going to take us a while, but I do want to be very mindful of the books that I choose. Yeah, I think it's just time to say goodbye to a couple of them, so let's get this started. I look so little compared to my bookshelves. That's so cute. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to be looking through these because these are just like part of my reader journey. I'm not going to be continuing with these series. I'm not going to be buying any more books from these authors, but these books did make up quite a big chunk of my life back when I was starting to fall in love with reading. So even though I'm not continuing with these authors or with these books, something that I have been thinking about is that maybe I can put these books in storage, and that way I have more space for books that I have, you know, but I'm still trying to see like where that storage would be because I don't just own any more storage, so I'd have to find a place for these. But yeah, I don't think I'd be getting rid of any of these three shelves. And in here, oh goodness, you know what? I do have to give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm a very sentimental person, and it can be hard for me to let go of things that I've had for years. Like if I've had these books ever since I was in high school, it's going to be very, very hard for my emotional brain to be like, yeah, you can let go of those. So this is definitely going to be a test of, can I actually do the things that I said I would do, like unhauling books that no longer bring me joy. But if we look at these four shelves, I do like, these books bring me a lot of joy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see myself getting rid of any of these. So we can just go right on ahead and go down here. Just follow me, okay? Okay, so we have these two other bookshelves, and again, oh God, we're off to a terrible start because all of these books I just do not see myself getting rid of because I don't know. Like, I do not see myself saying goodbye to any of these. Not even on my sci-fi show. Sci-fi. Well, actually, I think we've found the first victim of today's video. And I say victim very lightly, okay? Because even though I'm getting rid of them, I am going to be donating them. Like, I've already found a place that will accept them. So it's not like they're just going to be gathering dust and nobody's ever going to read them ever again. Like, I will be donating them. Don't be afraid. I think the first book we're going to be saying goodbye to is The Ones We're Meant to Find, written by Joanne He. I read this, I think, last year, and I enjoy, okay, that cover is gorgeous though. Like, can we take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this cover is? Oh my goodness. Am I actually going to say good? Yes, yes, I will. I'm not going to be keeping books just because they're pretty. But yeah, I read this last year and I enjoyed it. It's a very, I won't say very emotional, but it is a pretty sentimental story about these two sisters that lose each other, and one of them is just trying to make their way back to the other. So I enjoyed it, but I don't see myself rereading it. And I think I'm also going to be getting rid of All Systems Red, written by Martha Wells. This is the first book in the Murderbot Diaries. And I did enjoy this one, but I don't see myself continuing the series physically. Like, I could definitely read them as audiobooks or ebooks, but I don't see myself buying the rest of the series, so I think I'm also okay with getting rid of this one. So far, we have 2 books that we're going to be unhauling. A pretty good start, not gonna lie. I mean, it could be better, for sure, but I think I'm good with getting rid of these 2 books. Let's see if there's anything else in this shelf. Again, I don't think so, because these are like my nostalgic books in a way. These are the books that shaped me. These are the books that I read when I literally had no friends in high school and I was going through the worst time of my life. So yeah, these books mean a lot to me, so I do not think I will be getting rid of them. We can rethink this in a couple of years, but for now, I'm going to be keeping all of these. So from the first bookshelf, we are unhauling 2 books, The Ones We're Meant to Find and The Murderbot Diaries. I was gonna say episode 1, no, book 1. Off to a good start if I do say so myself. So let's see what this shelf has in store for us. This shelf has my favorites shelf, it has my Rick Riordan shelf, it has basically all of my fantasy books and Danmei novels here in the bottom, so let's see if we'll find any other books to unhaul. The first shelf that we have up here is my Rick Riordan shelf, and honestly, don't really see myself getting rid of any of the books that are up there. Just because, again, part of my childhood. I love Uncle Rick, I love Percy Jackson, Annabeth Chase, Grover, I love all of them. And also all of my Funko Pops of the Avatar The Last Airbender or the gang. Yeah, no, I don't see anything changing, even though I am having a couple of issues with the spacing, as you can see. Like, there's a bunch of other books behind this one. Can you even see what I'm doing? As you can see, there were more books behind the book that was displayed here. And that's just, you know, a spacing issue. I just have no more space to put this new one, but it's okay, we'll work it out. For now, this shelf is staying the same. And now this shelf is my favorites shelf. These are just books that I truly, absolutely adored. We have The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, Daisy Jones, Stoner by John Williams, of course, and then all of my editions of Addie LaRue. I just simply do not think I'll be getting rid of any of the books here because, again, these are my favorites. Like, if they're here, there's a reason, and that reason is not gonna change. So yeah, no unhauls from this shelf. Yes, me? Okay. Let's move to, oh, Toph, what are you doing here? Let's move to this shelf. Are there any books hiding behind this? Because that's something that I do. I don't know if I've told you this before, but sometimes when I run out of space, I just put books behind the books that I've displayed. And sometimes those hidden books, I can kind of get rid of those. So let's see if there's anything hiding behind these 2. We do! We have the paperback edition of An Ember in the Ashes. This is the book that I originally read. That's why it's annotated. There you go. It's not even focusing on what I want to show you. There we go. So this is the book that was actually sent to me by Penguin Random House, and I think this is one of the very first occasions where I was sent a book by a publisher, and then they went ahead and sent me the hardcover edition. So, oof, that's divine. That looks beautiful. If you guys haven't read this series, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's fantastic. I won't be getting rid of the book that's behind these 2 because it does hold sentimental value. I'm so sorry. Anyways, we should move on to this other shelf, which again, I don't really know if there's any book that there's something behind here. I just saw it. Wait, give me a second. Okay, so this is Evocation by S.T. Gibson, and I put this behind because they also sent me the hardcover. So this is an ARC. I don't know if I want to get rid of the ARC because this is the one that I annotated as well. And obviously I didn't read it a second time when I got the hardcover. I think, again, I'm not going to be getting rid of the book that I've hidden behind. Just because I have the hardcover doesn't mean that I can't have the paperback, you know? But I do have this book. Okay, listen. This book has been haunting me for years at this point. So I read We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal years ago, and the sequel came out, for sure, absolutely. I never picked it up. I spray painted the edges. That's how locked in I was with this series, but it's been so many years. Oh, but look at all those annotations. Like, maybe if I reread it, then I can buy the sequel and then I can love it. I wrote, that's my baby. Like, who's my baby? I totally forgot who my baby was. I read this when I was still writing post-its every 100 pages to remember the plot of the story, so I could totally reread my post-its and then just read the sequel. Because the only reason that I'd be unhauling this is because I do not remember enough to read the sequel. Pero honestly, I can get the sequel, okay? I'll get the sequel. I don't need to unhaul this. But if I don't get the sequel, please call me out because it's been too long. It's been too long and something needs to be done. So there we go. Once again, from this shelf, don't think I'll be getting rid of anything, but it's okay. We have more shelves to discover. So let's keep going down. In my brain, this shelf has always been called the V.E. Schwab shelf just because I have so many V.E. Schwab books. But as you can see, we do have a couple of books that do not belong to Miss V.E. Schwab. We have The Assassin's Apprentice and we have Masters of Death, which is by Olivia Blake. So it's kind of become more so of like, I don't even know at this point. Do I see myself getting rid of any of these books? Well, yes, I do actually. Masters of Death for sure would be a book that I'd be interested in getting rid of. Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. It was an interesting read. The way that I don't even remember what I named it, though, they get named it. I don't even remember what I rated it, but I do remember this being a Patreon buddy read, so I could just go back and look at the exclusive video to see what I thought of it. But I just remember this story being very convoluted. Like, it had so many characters, and at times it just didn't feel like the author knew what to do with so many characters and personalities. So it felt a little bit disjointed at times, and honestly, the only reason that I kept it is because this was a Patreon buddy read, but I think it's time. Like, I think I'm ready to say goodbye to it. And no sé si hubiera otro. I don't know if there's another one that I'd be okay with letting go of. Tú sabes que yes. Oh my god, I've been wanting to get rid of this book for years and I never did because it's like, you know, I have a V.E. Schwab shelf, I might as well keep it, but no. It's time to say goodbye to books that bring no joy to us, and that one is this one. This book is so like, no. This book is so no. And that book is Extraordinary, a Villain's Story, written by V.E. Schwab, of course. This cover is gorgeous, and that just makes me even more mad because, ooh, can a person change their fate? Can you see that? I don't even know if you can see that. Basically, this is like a graphic novel in the world of villains, i.e. Victor Vale and Eli Ever. And we're following another character, and I think Victor Vale also makes an appearance, but I wasn't really a fan, you know? The only reason I've kept it, again, is because I had a V.E. Schwab shelf, so I might as well keep it, pero no. Realmente no. I think I'm so ready to get rid of this, even though it's so beautiful. It just brings me no joy. So I'm definitely going to be getting rid of this one as well. Okay, so this is my Danmei shelf. As you can see, it's kind of struggling, not gonna lie. Like, I have so many series now that I'm currently reading or that I've read and that I've loved, and I obviously do not want to get rid of. But, you know, the more volumes of The Husky and His White Cat Cheeseman that I read, I literally have nowhere to put them, but also I don't want to really get rid of any of my Danmei volumes. Like, I love every single one of them, except maybe this one, but like, we're not talking about that one. And I won't get rid of one and just keep the first two. Like, that just makes no sense to me. So I'm actually quite proud with how this shelf looks at the moment. I know it's not sustainable for my future because I literally have 6 other volumes of Remnants of Filth. Where is Remnants? Oh, here we go. It's not gonna fit. So this is going to be an issue in the near future, but for right now, we will not think about it. For sure, absolutely. So I think, once again, I think we can move on. So this is the final shelf of the second bookshelf, and here, well, is there anything hiding behind Babel? Yes, another Babel. So basically, I have the ARC edition. This is the one that I read, of Babel by R.F. Kuang. Absolutely adored it. But do I need, I mean, this is the hardcover, but this Do I need the hardcover of a book that I already read and that I loved? I'm never getting rid of the ARC. It's okay. It's not holding up space much. This is okay. This is good. Is there anything here that I do not see myself keeping? You know what? I do not see myself keeping Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, written by Heather Fawcett. There we go. This is like a trilogy, I want to say. And I enjoyed it when I read it, but I don't see myself continuing the series. I'm not really invested in the story per se. I did annotate it, but I think it's okay. I won't let my annotations stop me from donating this to somebody that might enjoy it more than I did. And it's only a couple of annotations, so I think it should be okay. So this is another book that I'm going to be unhauling today. It's a really beautiful cover, but yeah, I'm not gonna keep books just because of their covers. So let's continue. I mean, maybe the Atlas 6? Because the only reason that I kept this is because this was my very first Patreon buddy read. Ooh, ugh, but I did annotate it quite a lot. Yeah, I annotate. Ooh, there's a little flower. Okay. Ooh. Yes, absolutely. You know what? Maybe no. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it because of the sentimental value of this being my very first Patreon buddy read, but also because, well, yeah, like, it's not hurting anyone. It's okay. It's fine. Yes. On our second bookshelf, we got rid of 3 books. Very exciting stuff. A graphic novel and 2 books. There we go. So the pile is definitely growing. We now have 5 books that I've unhauled, and we've gone through 2 bookshelves. Now let's go through my color, or my rainbow bookshelf, which there's definitely a couple books here. I'm just going to be starting with this one right away because it's already in the frame. Actually, we can maybe get it even more in frame. Behind this gorgeous edition of Tress of the Emerald Sea, this is actually in Spanish. I got it here in a Dominican bookstore, Cuesta Libros. They had it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I was so sad that I couldn't get the English edition, so when I saw this, and this is the cover that I wanted, so when I saw this, I was like, I don't care that it's in Spanish. I already read the book. It's a 5 out of 5 star. It's one of my favorite buddy reads that I've done with my Patreons. When I saw that this Dominican bookstore had it, I was like, I need to have it. Okay, I need this to be a part of my collection. I'm never getting rid of this. It's so gorgeous. And yeah, it's one of my most prized possessions. But anyways, behind Tress of the Emerald Sea, we do have this one book. We do have this one book that honestly inspired this is the book that inspired this book, Unhaul, with a couple of other books that I have recently read. But An Accident of Dragons is one of the books that I read, I think, for January or February, and it was okay, but I definitely would not reread it again. And I don't think I'd actually recommend it to anyone. So I think it's safe to say that I'm definitely going to be unhauling An Accident of Dragons by Cherry Radke. It was a good time when I was reading it, but that's all that it was, a good time. And I think I can definitely say goodbye to it without having a heavy heart or without having any regrets. So yeah, first book unhauled from the Rainbow Bookshelf, An Accident of Dragons. It wasn't even on display. It was like hiding behind Tress of the Emerald Sea. So I think that deep down I already knew that I was going to be getting rid of this one. So yeah, there we go. I think from this green shelf, I'm not going to be getting rid of anything else because I love all of these books. Even though it's been a while since I read Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, she was just part of my summers. So yeah, this is not going anywhere. I think I finally managed. Oh my god, hello. Hi, how are we doing? Welcome to my ceiling, apparently, but this is my red shelf. I should have zoomed in. Okay, give me a second. Nice. Okay, so this is my red shelf. My rainbow shelf is definitely the one with the most books that I'm probably going to be getting rid of because there have been books that I've kept simply because they match the shelf. And honestly, going into 2026, I mean, we are in March already, but whatever. The new year can start whenever you want, if that's truly what you seek. But anyways, it's time to stop keeping books because they match a certain aesthetic, you know? And I think I'm definitely learning that. So with that said, let's get started unhauling a couple of red books. I'm just getting rid of all the decorations so that they don't fall or break or anything. Fangs is not leaving us. Fangs is gorgeous. Fangs is stunning. Never leaving my book collection. But we do have Interesting Facts About Space by Emily Austen. And I did enjoy this when I read it, but I don't think I'm going to be rereading it. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't my favorite writing style, so I don't see myself going back to it anytime soon or ever, honestly. So another book that I'm going to be getting rid of and giving to a better home is Interesting Facts About Space. And then on this shelf, I'm also going to be getting rid of Luna and the Lie. I don't know if you can see that. Wait, let me get these books out of the way. So this is, oh God, just looking at the cover again. This is a book by Mariana Zapata, and who remembers my obsession with Mariana Zapata, because that was definitely an era in my life. But anyways, I read Luna and the Lie, and this is probably one of the worst books of Mariana Zapata. It's very problematic. There's a lot of tropes that I'm just not a very big fan of. And I think also just the execution of the story, it's just not for me. I won't be missing this book from my Mariana Zapata collection, if I'm being honest. So another goodbye. Are there any other red books that I want to get rid of? I'm not really sure. I think I'm good with all the others. We do have This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I did read it more than a couple of years ago, but I don't really like this edition. So if I ever want to get it again, I can just get a better edition. Pero right now, I think I'm better off saying goodbye to this. So F. Scott Fitzgerald, today's your day. I think I've successfully gotten rid of a couple of books here in my red shelf, and I think I'm happy with the ones that remain. So I think I'm good with this. I'm going to fix it after the video. Don't worry, it's not going to stay like this forever. But I think that we can move on to my orange shelf. So give me just a second. Let's get rid of all the decorations so that nothing happens. Oh, my Todoroki, my pride and joy. I love him. Probably one of my favorite Funko Pops that I own, if I do say so myself. Loved it. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything hiding behind? Nope, there's nothing. There's a first time for everything, I guess. Honestly, I think the only book that I see myself saying goodbye to from this shelf is The Girl with All the Gifts, written by M.R. Carey. Was this a fantasy sci-fi? And I thought this was going to be like contemporary, very literary fiction type of way. But no, it was very much sci-fi fantasy. And even though I was surprised by the genre, I still really enjoyed the story, but I think this is actually a series and I do not see myself continuing it. So yeah, I think I'm okay with saying goodbye to this one too. Not gonna lie, like I enjoyed it, pero I don't see myself, again, one of the things that I ask myself most when deciding if to unhaul a book or not is, do I see myself rereading this? Do I see myself recommending this to anybody else? Do I see myself lending this to anybody that's gonna come into my book collection and be like, what should I read? And if the answer is no, well then it's time to say goodbye. So there we go, The Girl with All the Gifts. It's time to say goodbye. Do we see ourselves? Is there anything hiding behind the Priory? Ooh, there's another yellow face. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so I got sent The Arc of Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, and this is the one that I read. I still can't believe I got sent an arc of this. I still remember that moment as if it were yesterday. And then they went ahead and sent me the hardcover as well. Ugh, I do not want to be getting rid of these though, because this is like huge. Like the fact that publishers know who I am and send me copies of their finished books, I think it's a huge deal. No, I can't. I'm not going to be getting rid of it. You know, the one book that I can get rid of though, because I never see myself reading it again, is Summer Days and Summer... Oh, but that's so cute! Look at this! Can I actually say goodbye to this, though? It is so cute, and whenever I want... No, I'm not gonna read it. Oh my god, I'm not gonna read it. Espérate, you need to see me pacing, because that's truly... You need to see me pacing, because I feel like that's part of the progress. That's part of the process. I'm not gonna reread this, but it is so cute. And what if somebody comes into my home and they're like, I'm kind of looking for a short story collection of summer stories. Do you have anything like that? And I feel like that's such a specific ask, but then if they do ask that, I'll be like, I have the thing just for you. But what if nobody ever comes in? Like, in all the time that I've had this collection, nobody has ever come in and been like, I need a summer book. So am I keeping this for a random stranger in the future, or am I keeping this for myself? Pero it's so cute. Like, it's so cute. Am I gonna miss this if it's gone? No, I'm not. I'm really not. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna be saying goodbye to this. Oh god, okay. That's fine. I'm okay with this. I'm totally not spiraling. But I think that apart from that, I think I'm good to keep the rest of the books that are in this shelf. Sí. No, seguimos. So we have the green. Actually, we already did the green shelf. We got rid of one book, right? The one that was hidden behind Tress. Okay, so we can go to the blue shelf. I think you're a little bit too far away though, so you can come closer if you want. Okay, so now we have my light blue shelf. Let me just get rid of all the decoration once again. Peep bloop. Hi. Okay, this is not a bookshelf tour. Let's get to work, babes. Okay, so here, the way that this isn't even a book, but I have it on display because it's one of my all-time favorite video games, and it fits the vibe perfectly, and I have nowhere else to put it, so this is just perfect. But anyways, is there anything hiding behind this book? 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's just a box of the figurine of Satoru Gojo, so I think we're good to keep it there because I do think I leave it there so that this doesn't, like, if it does fall, it'll, you know, whatever. Okay, it's not working. Hello. Maybe if I put it a little bit closer. Exactly, thank you. So from this shelf, no, si tú supiera que no, I do not see myself actually saying goodbye to any of these books. So I think that we can safely move to the other blue shelf that I own. Okay, so here we go, my blue shelf. Again, decoration. Let's see, is there anything hiding? No. Okay, Strange the Dreamer, of course, is never going to leave my life ever in the world. Pero I could definitely see myself saying goodbye to Under the Whispering Door. I don't really like the author anymore, so... Oh, I did annotate it quite a lot. But I think, again... Why are we here? Just to suffer. The pain in my chest, it's heartbreak or a heart attack. Okay, and when I'm dehydrated from all the crying, then what? Okay, I was a very dramatic person when I'm still pretty dramatic, not gonna lie. I think I'm definitely okay with letting go of this book. It was good when I read it, but I think I'm good with saying goodbye to it. Under the Whispering Door, Unhaul. So yeah, I think we'll be getting rid of only one book in this shelf. Interesting. Okay, so we have my purple kind of books. Y aquí, sí, definitivamente I need to let go of some because, por ejemplo, this one I've had for a couple of years. This is Seven Fates Chaco, and this is like a BTS-inspired graphic novel. Like, all of the BTS members have their own characters, and it's really aesthetically pleasing. But do I see myself buying the rest of the series? Absolutely not. I enjoyed this one for what it is, pero... yeah, I'm just not invested, honestly. Another unhaul from this shelf. Y tenemos the Lunar Chronicles. No, I'm not gonna say goodbye to those. We have the 2 novellas, or the 2 books that came, you know, as part of the Lunar Chronicles. But is there anything behind The Girl Who Drank the Moon? No, there isn't. Okay, but from this one, I think I can definitely let go of Fairest. I remember not really enjoying Fairest. This is like the backstory of the queen, like the evil queen from the Lunar Chronicles, and I think I'm okay with saying goodbye to this one. This is Lavana's story. Ooh, but I kind of... No, I'm never gonna read it. So yeah, I'm gonna be keeping Stars Above just because, you know, it's nice to have it there. Pero I'm going to be getting rid of Fairest by Marissa Meyer, of course. As I predicted, the Rainbow Shelf is definitely the bookshelf that had the most unhauls so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unhauled books just from one bookshelf. So I think that's pretty good because now we're definitely over 10 books that are being unhauled, and it's kind of crazy when you put all of them together to see all of the books that I've decided to unhaul, but you can't lie. Like, the color scheme is very satisfying. It's like its very own little rainbow, you know? This is cool to look at. I like it. It's nice. And I don't really feel any type of way of letting go of these books, so that's how you know that you've made the right choice. So, yeah, I guess let's move on to this one. I think, okay, espérate, déjame poner esto abajo. Honestly, this is where I keep my classics collection, so I don't really see a lot of unhauls from this bookshelf. Pero we can give it a try. We can definitely give it a try. Aquí, we can definitely find some, I think, because this is poetry and horror. These are just pink books. So let's see what we have. The question is, can you see me? Oh, hey! Okay, yes, you can. So, as I mentioned, as I was saying, these are my Penguin classics. I really don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any, because even if there are maybe 1 or 2 Penguin classics that I just did not enjoy, I can't get rid of them. I don't want to. I literally do not want to. I have all of my editions of Frankenstein. No, there is no book that I'd want to get rid of. If anything, I'd just get more editions of certain books. So yeah, from these two, no books are being unhauled. It's just impossible. I will not allow it. So we can just definitely keep going down. Are there any books on this shelf that I see myself getting rid of? Not really, because again, these are classics. These are books that that I don't want to get rid of. I'm sorry. Like, even though I gave 3 stars to A Clockwork Orange, or was it 3.5? I still don't see myself getting rid of it because it's A Clockwork Orange. You know what I mean? You can't just get rid of The Clockwork Orange. I mean, you can, because I did get rid of A Catcher in the Rye like 10 years ago, and I do not regret it. I could definitely get rid of Lolita because I'm never going to be reading that one. Pero no sé. Como que I feel like classics are just on a different level. I don't know, because classics you can revisit so many times and feel very differently about the story depending on when you read it. So no sé, como que there are no classics that I want to be getting rid of, at least for today. Today, the Bella from today does not want to say goodbye to any of her books in her classics collection, so yeah, I think we're safe to move to this next shelf. As I was saying, this is my poetry collection, and then it kind of fades into my horror, which makes absolutely no sense, but hey, it makes sense in my head. Not really, but let's see. Is there anything? Yes. Kind of want to get rid of Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I definitely think I'm going to be getting rid of this one. I did get the nice like hardcover edition from Barnes & Noble. It was $20. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because the longer I stayed, the less I loved myself. Not gonna lie, Rupi Kaur has a couple of bangers, but it's just like I'm okay with not owning this. And I don't think I'll ever be revisiting this one, so I'm okay with not owning this and not having this as part of my collection. I know, I get con poesía. Like with poetry, those are the types of books that you can revisit over and over again and always find something new, depending on when you read it. Like at what period of your life you read it can truly make or break your poetry collection or your poetry reading experience. So I don't see myself getting rid of any of these. And before anybody says anything, I know that this isn't poetry, but I just have nowhere else to put it, so please don't come for me. On the horror side, do I see myself getting rid of anything? Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to be getting rid of My Sister, the Serial Killer. I didn't vibe to it, and I don't see myself reading any more books from this author or even recommending this book to anybody else, so I think that I'm good with letting go of this one. Do I want to get rid of the Iliac Crest? Ooh, no, it has so many annotations. Absolutely not. Because I remember that I bought this because I was going to do a reading like Emmy reading challenge where I read all of Emmy's favorite books, but I don't know why I never did that video. Like, I read the books that I bought for it, but I never actually made it into a video, which I do not understand. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with my horror collection. I mean, I could definitely use some more horror books, but the ones that I have, I'm happy with. So I think I'm going to be leaving it like this. Yeah. Okay. Only 2 books from this shelf. Are there any books here that I don't see myself carrying on with? Oh, is there anything hiding? Oh, I didn't check if there's anything hiding behind Don't Let the Forest In. Okay, there's nothing. Never mind. Is there anything hiding behind Lore Olympus? Nope. Okay, we're good. So from this shelf, ay Dios señora, I'm sorry to disappoint. I don't think I want to get rid of any books that I have here. I'm not even keeping them for aesthetic reasons. I just genuinely liked these books. You know what? There's one book that I didn't like. It's this one. I think my favorite part of this book was the book title, Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory. But I think that the stories weren't really for me. Yeah, I didn't even annotate them. I just put like little tabs in. I'm definitely okay with saying goodbye to Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory. This is also from the creator of BoJack Horseman, so I was so excited to read this because I love BoJack Horseman, but yeah, it's very, very different from the TV show, obviously, because it's a collection of short stories, but definitely not for me. Anything else from this shelf? Not really. I think I'm good. I think we can proceed to the next shelf. So this is the Mariana Zapata collection that I was telling you guys about. It's not really much of a collection. We just have 5 books here, but all of these bangers, especially from Lukov. I know this has like very contrasting opinions, like you either love this or hate this, but thankfully I'm one of those who loved it, as well as All Roads Lead Here. Oh, okay, again, this is not a bookshelf tour. Anyways, I do have 2 versions of Fangirl now that I have the pink one. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I do have the pink one up here, which is a special collector's edition. And I do have the original mint green one. Do I need 2 editions of Fangirl? I don't think I do. But which one would I get rid of? This is one that I originally read. Oh my god, look at the pages. They look so old. Oh my goodness. And it has a little note. I will kill you if you ruin my baby. Sorry, not sorry. Happy reading. Love ya. P.S. If you do, it might get very gory. I think I was lending this to someone and I just wrote this very menacing note inside of the book. That's not very nice of me. Oh my goodness. I must have been like 15, 16 when I wrote this. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't really think that I need 2 editions of the same book. Oof, but which one would I get? Okay, you know what? You guys can choose for me because I suck at making decisions. So please vote in the comments down below. Which edition do you think I should get rid of? This edition, I do. Oh, I forgot it said Fangirl in the edges of the page. I think this version also has pictures. Oh no. I may be mistaken, actually. I'm just flipping through it. It does not have pictures. But look at the dust jacket. Emergency dance party. That's cute. That's very cute. And then under the dust jacket, it looks like this. So please, in the comments below, tell me which edition should I get rid of? The original that I read or this one, the special collector's edition with this pink cover. I just realized it's the reverse. Like this is the color. Oh my goodness, they're geniuses. But anyways, let me know which edition I should keep. Please and thank you. Actually, you know what? I could definitely get rid of Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I did enjoy this one, but also I don't see myself continuing the series physically. I do see myself continuing it maybe through an audiobook or an ebook, pero I don't see myself collecting the rest of the Brutal Birthright series, which apparently is 5 books. So let me know if you guys think this is a series that I would enjoy and if I should continue it, but I definitely won't be continuing it physically. So I think it's safe to say that I'm going to be unhauling this one. The final shelf from this bookshelf is my Book of the Month books. And honestly, all of the Book of the Month books that I keep are the ones that I already loved and that I had so much fun reading. So I don't really think I'm going to be unhauling any from this. Oh, you know what? I just saw it. Okay, I just saw it. Wait, I need to put the camera in a more secure spot. I am deaf and I have to. I love how the spine looks, but I definitely need to get rid of Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I did not enjoy this. I had such a horrible time reading it. Nothing against Sally Rooney. You guys know that I love Sally Rooney, but Intermezzo was just not for me. And the way that it has a literal 1 tab, that's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, definitely getting rid of Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. And honestly, o sea, todos estos, like, I love all of these. So definitely not getting rid of these. Ese Imposible, like, I loved it so much. Is there anything behind? No, there is not. Like, these are so good. Yeah, I think I'm going to be getting rid of this one as well. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. Yeah, this one just wasn't for me, unfortunately. I think I had a fun time when I was reading it, but it was just that, a fun time. I think I'm good with saying goodbye to this one as well. Look at all the books that we have decided to unhaul. We have poetry, horror, literary fiction, romance, and crime, like a romantic crime. I don't think that's a genre, but anyways, we have crime and romance, basically. I think we're officially in like the double digits of the books that I've been unhauling. We will be doing like a general unhaul at the end so that you see the completed list of all of the books that I have unhauled today. Pero before we do that, I still have that entire shelf to go through as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. Of my manga collection, I definitely don't think we'll be seeing any books that I'll unhaul because, o sea, I'm not getting rid of Full Metal. I'm not getting rid of Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Spy Family. The only thing that I see myself getting rid of is, no sé. Because I don't really see my, all you need is, Listen, okay, maybe I can get rid. I don't even know. This is gonna hurt me, but I think that it's necessary because I already know I'm not going to be reading the rest of the series. And if I do, I'll probably just read it digitally. But I do know that I will not be continuing with the series because, no sé. I think maybe it's only because I've read the first volume, but I do think that this series is a little bit overrated, just like a tiny bit. And that series is Good Night Poon Poon, Volume 1. I read this in February or January, I don't even remember. I read this early 2026 and it had its moments, but I don't think I'm going to be continuing with this series because it didn't end up, I didn't really end up connecting with the characters or really honestly enjoying my time reading this. So yeah, I think I won't be missing Good Night Poon Poon. So probably first and only manga volume that I'll be getting rid of. I don't know. Is there any other manga volume that I'm just like kind of no about? Just like whenever I look at it, I'm just like, no, thank you. There is one more volume that I would be okay to part with, and that is All You Need Is Kill. Here we go. This is like a 2-in-1, I want to say, because it has like these two covers. I actually don't know. I do think this is like 2 volumes mixed into one, and I did enjoy this when I read this. It was a good time. I just don't see myself rereading this, and again, I don't really want to keep books just in case somebody asks for a recommendation in the future. Yeah, I think this is another book that I'm going to be getting rid of, even though the art is incredible. Like, look at that. That looks gorgeous. And even the cover alone is so good. It's incredible, actually. Pero yeah, I don't want to keep books just on the off chance that somebody will ask me for this book in specific. So yeah, I'm saying goodbye to All You Need Is Kill. And honestly, I do think I'm only going to be getting rid of 2 manga volumes because just looking at all of my shelves, I don't really see any books that I'd want to part with. From this bookshelf, I think I'm only going to be getting rid of 2. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But we do have this entire other shelf to look at. Wait, give me a second. We do have this entire other shelf to look at. Like, look at all these books. Look at all the books that I haven't shown you guys. We need to discuss them. Like, maybe even One Piece isn't safe. You know, maybe it's in danger of me unhauling them. Actually, there's no shot. No chance I'll be getting rid of my One Piece collection. You know how hard I worked to collect all of those volumes? Never getting rid of them. So we can just go right on ahead to the first cubicle with us here. Let me just zoom so that you guys can see it better. So this is basically my historical fiction box shelf. We have 5 books, so not that many, and I don't really see myself getting rid of any of these. So I think this shelf is safe. If we come down here to where, what is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, this is nonfiction and memoirs and things of that nature. So here we have a couple of books. Do I want to get rid of any? Not really. Oh God, okay, maybe, have I unhauled all of the books that I was going to unhaul? Because again, I don't really see any books that I'd want to unhaul here. Actually, this one is really special to me. I don't know if I've ever told you guys about this, but my mom actually published a book and it's called Mi Camino Positivo. And of course, I have my own edition of it. And it's just really cute, okay? And she obviously personalized it. Here we go. She wrote a little note for me. So I'm never getting rid of this one. Impossible. I want to get rid of A Ladder to the Sky. Did anybody actually believe that? I would never get rid of A Ladder to the Sky. That was a 5 out of 5 star book. I could never get rid of it. Pero you know what I can get rid of? I don't know. Oh, yes, I do know. Okay, excuse me. See, this is the issue with putting books on piles. It's very hard to get to a specific one, especially if it's in the very bottom. I think I'm going to be getting rid of A Very Large Expanse of Sea. Are you? Yes, there we go. I think I'm going to be getting rid of A Very Large Expanse of Sea because I really enjoyed it, as you can see by all of the tabs. Can you actually see the tabs? Yes. I really enjoyed it when I read it, but I don't see myself rereading it. Ooh, I did write in it. But I think that's okay. I think it will be okay. I think it has to be okay because I've had this for years and I just don't really see myself rereading it, even though I really, really enjoyed it when I read it. Pero I don't want to keep it just because, just because. So I think this is going to be the first unhaul of these first little cubicles that we have here. And I think I'm also going to be getting rid of Cleopatra and Frankenstein, written by Coco Malors. This was another Patreon buddy read that I did not enjoy. I really didn't enjoy this book. I didn't like the writing. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the plot. There's very little that I enjoyed from this book. And I think I'm good with only keeping the vlog that I did for it. I don't have to have the edition. Like, I don't have to have a physical copy of a book that I gave 2 stars to. So I think I do love the cover though. I think I've stayed with it for so long because of the cover. Pero it's time to say goodbye. I'm sick of it, actually. I think I'm also going to be getting rid of What Are You Going Through by Sigrid Nunez. I read this last month. So this book was actually part of a reading challenge that my boyfriend made for me, where he created this TBR based on books that I had to read during the summertime last year. And I never got around to reading all of the books, but I finally did. I'm making my way through the TBR. And unfortunately, like, he really thought that I was going to like this book. And I thought too, like, based on the synopsis, it just sounded like something that I would enjoy. But unfortunately, I didn't. I think the biggest issue was the writing. It made me feel very disconnected from the characters, and I could never really end up caring for them or feeling sorry for them in a way. So yeah, I think the best course of action is just to unhaul this one, even though it hurts my soul because my boyfriend was so excited for it, and so was I, but it just didn't live up to the expectations. So unhauling What Are You Going Through by Sigrid Nunez. Okay, we have 3 unhauled books, and then this middle shelf, these are like collector's editions of some of my favorite manga series, so I'm not going to be getting rid of any of these, and I'm still in the process of collecting my Berserk deluxe editions, so I'm not going to be getting rid of them. And also Vinland Saga, one of the best manga series out there at the moment, I'm also not going to be getting rid of them. So we can just go right on ahead to the rest of the series, or like to the rest of the shelves. This first shelf actually does not belong to me at all. It's all of my boyfriend's books. I am keeping them for him, and it's one of my favorite shelves because it's just books that he's read or books that he's planning on reading, and I love having a special place for him. So we are not touching these books, okay? These books do not belong to me. But here, again, these books are just non-negotiable. I'm never going to be unhauling my Nora Sakovic books because it's the Foxhole series. It's the Foxhole Court series. It's the All for the Game series. I can never say goodbye to these books. I love them. I adore them. I am obsessed with them. I am obsessed with these characters. This is how you write good characters. That I will die on this hill. The Foxhole Court is one of the best series that I've read in like the past 10 years. Maybe, probably, I don't know. Actually, don't quote me on that. Anyways, the very last shelf that we can possibly find any books to unhaul is this one right here. So maybe let's get a closer look at that. Are there any books that I see myself saying goodbye to in this shelf? Not really. Like, literally all of these books, well, most of these books made me cry. So I don't really see myself saying goodbye to them. Oh, espérate. Espérate. Unfortunately, a little bit of a spoiler for my March wrap-up, but these 2 books that were part of my March TBR, I've read both of them. Isabel Allende's Más Allá del Invierno and Carlos Ruiz Zafón's Las Luces de Septiembre. Literally read these back to back, and I think that they have collectively put me in a reading slump because, well, I'll go more in detail on my March wrap-up at the end of the month, but just know I'm going to be unhauling both of these. More details to come, but I'm definitely unhauling both of these, so there we go. These are all of the books that I unhauled from these little shelves that I have here. Look at them. Oh my goodness. Low-key scared. I can't believe I'm getting rid of so many books. Pero let's do a final rundown of all of the books that I'm going to be unhauling today, because I think it's more than 15. I think it's maybe even more than 20 books, which is crazy because before I started this video, I was like, I'll unhaul maybe 10 books, maybe 11, but I never thought I'd be unhauling these many books. Oh my God. I'm getting rid, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm getting rid of 27 books today, which is insane considering the fact that I didn't even think I'd reach 10 books. So the fact that I'm getting rid of 27 is crazy behavior. This is leg day for sure. Like, all of these books are my leg is holding them. I'd say that this was a pretty successful book unhaul. We'll go through each one in a little bit, but I just kind of want to give myself a pat on the back because honestly, some of these were a little bit hard to say goodbye to. Some of these, I would have been comfortable to keep them for a couple of more years, but honestly, I just knew that they weren't really representative of what I want my book collection to have. Yeah, I'm just a different person. I'm a different reader, and I value different things now than I did in the past. And I think that these books definitely deserve a better home. They were part of my journey, and even though I'm saying goodbye to them now, that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate what they taught me or all the fun that we had together. Not me saying goodbye to these books as if they were literal people, but anyways, yeah. I'm really proud of all of the progress that I did today. I was not expecting to get rid of so many books. Like, this is actually crazy to me, but this was a very cathartic experience. I feel so much better. I feel relief in a sense. I feel so much lighter. I mean, I feel 27 books lighter, if I do say so myself. And I really do hope that you enjoyed. I need to get the thumbnail now, so give me a second.
A few moments later.
I have to laugh. I have to laugh because if I don't laugh, I'll just keep crying. My camera just broke. Literally.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
On the last clip of this video, my camera broke. I mean, thank goodness that I have this second one. But this one doesn't work either, so like, it's just like, I should get I have 2 jobs apart from YouTube. I should get another one just so that I can pay for this new lens because this was not, I can't afford a new camera lens. As promised, before we finish this video, let me show you every single video. I cannot believe. Literally, life goes on. Anyways, let me show you every book that we're going to be unhauling today. Maybe I can sell some of these books, actually. Do you think anybody would buy these books for $100? Let me know. Let's just do this, like, lightning round. Let's go. These are all the books that I'm going to be unhauling after today. Más allá del invierno de Isabella Allende, Las luces de septiembre de Carlos Ruiz Zafón, Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, Goodnight Poon Poon, The Girl with All the Gifts, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, An Accident of Dragons by Cherry Radke, Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune, Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory, Milk and Honey, All Systems Red by Martha Wells, My Sister the Serial Killer, Luna and the Lie by Mariana Zapata, Summer Days and Summer Nights, The Ones We're Meant to Find, Interesting Facts About Space, All You Need Is Kill, Seven Fates Chaco, What Are You Going Through by Sigrid Nunez, Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Mafi, Fairest by Marissa Meyer, This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald, Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Malors, Sally Rooney's Intermezzo, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ellie Carter, and finally, Extraordinary, written by V.E. Schwab. 27 unhauled books. Definitely a lot more books than I thought I was going to be unhauling today, but as I was mentioning, I just feel a lot lighter, and yeah, it's definitely not hard to part ways with these books. It is hard to replace a camera lens, but not getting rid of these books. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed watching me go through every single one of my bookshelves and just seeing what books no longer spark joy in me or just no longer belong in my reader journey or in my book collection. Let me know if there are any books that you thought I should have definitely unhauled, if there are any books that I unhauled that you think I'm going to regret, and yeah, just let me know how you're doing. I'm doing awful now that I have no camera. I don't know how I'm being so chill about this. I promise that I'm not. I promise that after I stop recording, I am going to not do great. How can this little thing be so expensive? I don't, like, I get it, but I don't get it. This is so upsetting. Anyways, I really do hope that you enjoyed. It took one whole camera to get this video done. But anyways, I really do hope that you enjoyed. I also have a Patreon where I post exclusive content. I host readathons, reading sprints, and a monthly book club. This month we're reading Hamnet, and I would love for you to join us. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, the link is down below. As always, I would love to have you join. I hope that you guys are having a lovely March, or whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a lovely day. And I will talk to you guys when I get a new camera, I guess. Bye.
Hey Jimmy, you nice, keep going.